Again, it's sort of that contrast of that is in throughout this record, which is despair and joy. Like First Day of My Life is probably the most positive song I think Connor's written, at least at that point. And well, there was some other ones. Going for the Gold, Kathy with a K. There's some songs that like you just espouse positivity. It's rare with Connor's writing, but like I really feel like that is the most positive song Connor's ever written. It's about the person that's going to be showing up to the studio any minute. I just got a text from Maria. She's in an Uber on the way here. I'm making a record with Maria Taylor. She sings on this record on many occasions. She's sung on a lot of our records in Bright Eyes, but it was just such a beautiful like love song.
This is the first day of my life. Swear I was born right in the doorway. I went out in the rain, suddenly everything changed. They're spreading blankets on the beach.
I wrote it, again, not thinking much about it. I was a little, it's very pure love song as far as the songs in my uh canon or whatever. And so I've always been a little like self-conscious of it, I guess. And at the time I was as well. I've written a lot of songs about love, but most of them drip with sarcasm or some shade of darkness. And this one is real straight to the point. I mean, it's just a love song. And I remember playing it at a show. It must have been in Omaha, real early on, one after I wrote it. And my friend Tim Casher, who's like the singer in Cursive and real old friend, whose music I trust a lot. And like, if you know anything about his music, it's also very cynical and like, similar. But he came up to me and was like, "Oh, is that new song?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "It's the best song you've ever written." I'm like, "Really?" I didn't think so.
Yours is the first face that I saw. I think I was blind before I met you. And I don't know where I am, I don't know where I've been, but I know where I want to go. And so I thought I'd let you know. Yeah, these things take forever, I especially am slow. But I realized that I need you, and I wondered if I could come home.
First Day was a song that's just really intimate and personal, whether it's the listener or the stories themselves in the song. It's just the only way to really present that song is to be intimate and personal, which is to just keep it spare. It has obviously the embellishments of upright bass and Jesse Harris playing acoustic guitar, but it's still real tight, and I think that's the importance in that song, is to have it feel tightly together. That one is about a couple of people. It's about being together, with somebody else. So having it be totally Connor by himself didn't feel right. So that's why there's maybe they're having a threesome. I don't know, between Jesse and Connor. I'm kidding. Musically speaking, it was important to keep it really spare, but having something else there, because that's what it's about.
It's like far and away the song that I've ever written that the most people have heard, which again is just, you can't predict these things. I think like for all music, I feel like if you set out to make something to please an audience, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it's even true with like straight up top 40 songs, that I think the ones that become really huge, and not saying my song was like this at all, but I think there's like a fluke quality to it. And it's like the zeitgeist of whatever at the time. Like I'm trying to think of like, what was the one, the Danger Mouse, Crazy. Like that's like, kind of like, why did that song become huge? I mean, it's a great song, but you know what I mean? Or like, even like Amy Winehouse or something, there's something where it's like, there's a quality that's universal, but it also is not exactly something that's available at the time. And then people usually start recreating, facsimiles of whatever was successful. I think that's just the nature of the music that is. But yeah, so I have no idea why that one is I guess I do. I just said I do. I have an idea why, but I wasn't planning on it.
Remember the time you drove all night just to meet me in the morning? And I thought it was strange, you said everything changed. You felt as if you just woke up. And you said, this is the first day of my life. I'm glad I didn't die before I met you. But now I don't care, I could go anywhere with you, and I'd probably be happy.
I saw something maybe a decade ago, but somebody was doing stats on like the most played songs at a wedding. And number one was Jason Mraz, I'm Yours. And then number two was First Day of My Life by Bright Eyes. And I was like, because it's such a beautiful, like this is a feeling that every human being hopefully has. And it's so well articulated in the way that he relays these feelings and stories and events in a song that's catchy, like it's kind of amazing and perfect. So no, I'm not surprised. I'm glad that it's like that.
I've had so many people over the years come up and say that was our first dance, or you walked down the aisle to it, and yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I sometimes feel, not bad, but I guess a little bad that, I don't know. I feel like through our music, I put a lot of darkness into the atmosphere. And so maybe karmically, that song can help balance the scales of all the other songs I've written. I mean,
So if you wanna be with me, with these things there's no telling, we just have to wait and see. But I'd rather be working for a paycheck than waiting to win the lottery. Besides, maybe this time it's different. I mean, I really think you like me.
In live, we kind of is one that he does change some of the lyrics up a little bit, and we kind of reinvent it with flute solos or like a little mandolin or whatever. There's just other ways to embellish it, but it is about togetherness. And so that's why I think it's kind of fun to explore that, First Day of My Life, because it is about being together and the love that you have. So that's why sometimes when we play it live, we kind of jam out with it. And we have everybody kind of jumping in and out because it's kind of a celebration of sorts.
I have a thing with a lot of our records where I don't listen to the recordings very much unless I have to maybe relearn something for a tour or some occasion to listen. But I play the songs, I play the songs all the time. So the songs themselves like exist in my mind almost separate from the recording. So sometimes I'll hear an old recording and I'll be like, wow, that tempo is like way different than the way I play it now. Or I hear the sound of my voice and I'm like upset that I don't like how I sound, like things that are specific to the recordings. I mean, not just that record, but all older records. But the songs themselves exist in my mind and every time we play them. And I think that those songs stand up. I still play most of them live. We play a lot of them still, so that's a sign that we still like them,